thought it was I heard. Hey, listen, y'all ain't getting me to put on no mask. I'm done with y'all. I'll drop off right now.
Hold on, my little gargoyle thing's falling off real quick. I gotta get it.
Look,
Oh, listen, Poppy's in the house. Hey, gang, motherfuckers, gang. Woo! Gang, motherfucker, baby. Gang, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the street.
I'm done with y'all.
See, Poppy over here. Poppy from the streets over here. Listen, Poppy got the real mask. I got the hat with the hole cut out and shit. So, hey, we great valuing over here, brother. I ain't hood rich like yo. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Poppy was good. Shout out to you.
What up?
Hey, get my like buttons up. Get my like, folks. Get it up. Let's do it. Hey, Poppy. What are your thoughts on this dude, man? And listen, listen. I'm not going. You can explain what your life experiences and things like that. But so someone who's coming from Colombia, where obviously one of the major cartels reside and things like that, right? And this guy who's claiming to be part of the whole nonsense. Go ahead and let the audience know your thoughts and part of this stuff. You get great value in this. I'm gonna go ahead and pour my drink. Okay, we pouring some for the dead homies. All right. Listen, I got the colorful C over here to match your beard, Mr. Organik. But go ahead.
Salute, man. Salute, everybody, man.
Salute.
Where you at? Yo, man, listen, man. This is the classic fake until you make it story, man. Like, bro, first of all, man, like my man, Grover, he beat me to the punch. But I'm glad he did because he's a wise man. And the reason why I'm glad he did beat me to the punch is because he's from the West Coast. And anybody that live on the West Coast, California, Arizona, and Texas, that's another West Coast, but these three states right here are the major parts of when it comes to, it's the border with Mexico, pretty much. That's where all the traffic goes, especially Texas and Arizona. That's like the main outlets. I know a lot of Mexicans. I speak Spanish, so Mexicans fuck with me. And bro, this man is lying like a motherfucker, yo. Like yo,
let him know how you lying.
First of all, man, I know somebody that do that kind of things, right? First of all, you have to be Mexican to be a coyote, bro. You have to be Mexican. You know why? Because you dealing with Mexicans. All the Mexicans don't speak no English at all.
Yeah.
So how the hell this guy, is he from like Detroit or Minnesota, some shit like that?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think he's from somewhere up north.
I'm not 100% sure what that dude's from. Hey, put it in the chat if y'all. Well, you know what? Let's not. We already got his first name. So listen. The thing is, I don't like even though like for my haters out there, for some of you guys who are tired of us covering you on videos and something like that. Listen, even if you guys can be horrible and and racist to us, right? And Mr. Organic also hanging out guys who could potentially be known as racist. Listen, we're not gonna dox you in our streams. Listen, we even get rid of people who try to dox you on our stuff. All right, we keep it fair, but we still gonna come at y'all because we know our roast is just that much fire, baby. Woo! Go ahead.
Yeah, like I was saying, man, like if it's impossible for this guy to be a coyote because he is no Mexican, man. You directing people, and that's not easy from what I heard. You have to stay in the border. If you go to Arizona, you have to stay in the border for 3 days walking, bro. It's time matters. They got drones. They got the police. How you call it, the border patrol guys.
Yeah.
On the dirt bike. They got them on the trucks. Yo, it's all about timing, son.
That's what I was saying.
This guy's not gonna be in the goddamn border for 3 days when it's 120 degrees, bro. It's 120. If it is for Texas, you gotta cross to the river, Rio Grande.
And looking like, let me ask you a question, right? Looking at a guy like Mr. Organics, right? Because we already know the kind of terrain and the hot weather and stuff like that. Because people die on trips like that, right? Does he look like somebody who would even be like someone who's prepared for the job, and also knowing that they got guys, because it's not just you going across the border; it's you going across the border and opposing force trying to stop you. And this opposing force is the full weight of the United States government, okay? Because they don't play with this shit. So, like you said, they got drones, they got heat cameras, they got heat maps, and all these different things, right? Even shit that looks underground without you even having to dig on the ground. They already know that shit. So, how is it that they're gonna look at first of all, just out of just inconvenience, you a 6'6", 240-pound nigga. They're not gonna take you on a trip like that because you probably not gonna make it on a trip like that because you either gonna die or you gonna get caught. You gonna get everybody caught.
Bro.
You too damn big.
Speak out. And look, this is where he messed up.
Unless he's sneaking onto a basketball court, he gonna speak
Right?
out.
Why you trying to sneak a whole basketball team from Mexico to America? Because that don't work. If not, I mean,
Listen, man, and I'm gonna tell you another thing what people don't know, man. Cartel people, real Mexican cartel people, they don't like black people. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
no, that's facts. There's real
They
racism there.
I
They
know
don't
some
like niggas.
cartel guys, and the only reason they even speak to me is because I happen to speak the same language as they do. So they give me I get like the ultimate pass in a way. You see what I'm saying?
Poppy, I can even one up you. My wife's from Oaxaca, Mexico. People from Oaxaca, sometimes they don't mess with people from Jalisco. Sometimes they don't mess with people from Sinaloa. Sometimes they don't mess with people from Michoacan. So, I mean, you're breaking. So, now if they have problems with each other sometimes, how do you think they're going to feel about this big brother trying to sneak through the desert for 3 days? And it's just, I mean, it's just immaculate cap. It takes balls. Go on and continue. I'm sorry to interrupt you, man.
But this is where he messed up at, man. He messed up in this one, man. He should have said like, "Yo, I'm just moving bricks," because at that point, that would be believable, right? And like, "Yo, I'm moving bricks." You know what I'm saying? I'm moving this, I'm moving that. You say human traffic. Like the hardest job than the essay can do, yo.
And here's the thing, you're absolutely right because, like I said, because you gotta look at the kind of guys he markets to, right? The kind of people who pay for stuff like that. And those are the guys who like that gang banging type shit, that hood, the stuff that they can relate to, right? And some of these guys, I've done the research, man. Looking at some of these guys, and even their posts and videos that they've done, these guys, some of them are really from the hood. Right, he's even beefing with some dude that knows some dude that's familiar with Omni Man, not Omni Man. What do you call it? Omni the Hellcat? And they got some kind of beef going. Dude got videos of him toting guns and shit. Like, hey, you fuck with me? This is gonna do over what? Over merch, and who the hell is selling merch to whose audience? That's what this is. That's what the game's all about, merch. So these guys, what they do, even the dudes who was criticizing, one of the dudes who was criticizing, not Omni, but Mr. Organics, right? He was criticizing him while trying to tell other guys to go buy his merch instead. Because listen, I need to go to Alibaba to do that. Hey, y'all can buy my merch too. But yeah, man, Mr. Organics, he's a scammer. He's been scamming y'all. Meanwhile, you doing the exact same thing while calling him out. Like, oh my God. And I was digging deeper, come out, who the hell is this fool? And I'm digging deeper, come to find out there's a whole slew of up and coming wannabe creators who are basically trying to use this as a come up, right? Either which is the whole hood rich buy cars with the money and all these different stuff, but you got to be hood. You gotta show them you from the streets, right? And that's the kind of audience that Mr. Organics caters to. And this is where the problem lies, because not a lot of these guys are actually really getting the genuine tools to be successful. So we can come over here, gang, all this damn shit and whatnot, but in the end of the day, you're not really helping black men, bro. You hurting them. And then to come out with a post basically lambasting a white boy for calling you out. He's not the only one calling you out. There's a bunch of black folks who you scammed who are calling you out right now because they didn't get the merchandise away. It was supposed to be your promise. They didn't get the collab that was coming with that program that was promised. There was a bunch of other shit they didn't get, and they're dropping videos on your ass. But yet you come at the first white boy to do it. It don't make any sense because we want to break down racists. We already showed videos, and I got tons more videos. We gonna show videos of you talking to black women like they're monkeys, right? No different from all these Fresh and Fit, but no different from the guys Fresh and Fit hang out with that are willing to call another black man on stream a monkey, a dumb fucking monkey. Y'all on a podcast together. So then when you want to talk about race, miss me with that bullshit. Because then when I see all your past behaviors, it becomes to me more about the money and him affecting your business than about the race issue. Because you've been hurting black people worse than this man calling you out. It is what it is, people. It just is what it is. But this is the goddamn side of hen these fools try to do to make you or throw you guys off your game. But we right here, baby. We gang all day to catch your bullshit.
The question I have is: does anyone really think Spencer Cornelia is racist? I mean, look, maybe he has an implicit bias or something, or he does that. But I mean, I've seen Spencer Cornelia just roast a whole bunch of people.
Everybody
has nothing to. Matter of fact, if Spencer Cornelia makes a video about you, your ass is in trouble. But you already know. Also, Spencer Cornelia made he did a dual stream with JT Pocket Watcher, and JT Pocket Watcher talked about Mr. Organik, and maybe I'm just haven't seen him say anything. No. What you're missing, Grover, is someone like Mr. Organik is racist. Okay, and he only targets white people who criticize him. If you're a brother, and you're smart and you criticize him, he's not gonna talk about you. That's fine. We gonna leave you off to the side. But you're a white man, and you go ahead and talk some shit. Oh, white boy all day. You sucking some. Matter of fact, you suck some toes. Go ahead and suck my toes, nigga. Come on. First of all, I gotta ask this question. Mr. Organis, and listen, we all ganged up over here. We got a ski mask, so you can't say we not hating anything. Listen, I gotta ask you from one gang to another, bro. What's with the gay jokes, bro? Like what's with like him, like Spencer slobbing on your knob and all that nonsense, bro? Like, I mean, you said that a lot. Like, it was to the point I had the question, bro. Like, you want the brother to do something to you? Like, what's with all the gay jokes, bro? Like, I gotta listen. I'm just asking questions, dog. Listen, gang, bro. Gang. We just asking questions over here, right?
But don't you find it funny, yo, that this guy he only picked the only white boy that was talking about him, but pay attention. He didn't say nothing about Pocket Watch. He didn't say no. He's another brother that was talking about him. I said PNB, I think it is. That's his name on his channel. PNB Vegetable, something like that.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it was another guy. It was a black guy talking about him. He said like his channel like PNB, something like that.
There's a guy called Ice Cream Vlogs. Is that what you mean? Hey, shout out to Ice Cream Vlogs. Ice Cream Vlogs did a couple videos that I actually reacted to as well that I used in the stream. So shout out to him. But is that who you talking about?
Yeah, I think we're talking about the same person. But look, pay attention how he targeted the white boy. You know why? Because in his mind, he thought that the white boy is the softest target. You see what I'm saying? He cannot say no about Pocket Watch. Pocket Watch is a goddamn account. Like, he don't want to get in the back and forth with him. Don't want that.
Because then what? But tell me, the reason why it wouldn't, because what other argument is he gonna use? You're racist. You're racist. What? You have another brother calling you out. Well, what race got to do with that, right? So I think the whole Spencer thing is just an easy scapegoat. That's what it is.
You know why he would say like it's black on black crime.
No, even though he's engaging in behavior that perpetuates the whole goddamn stereotype, which doesn't make any sense. And every nigga that's following you also perpetuates that stereotype. Listen, I don't want any brother who's out there following you with these t-shirts and goddamn pistols and shit running around talking about gang, gargoyle and shit like that. I don't want them following down your footsteps. And that means exposing you means less of them niggas. Great, because you are not what you're saying that you are. You're trying to present yourself as this pillar of the black community, and you're the same ones hurting them. It's no different than these pookie drug dealers out here talking about, oh, we just gotta do what we can to come out the hood and help out people and whatnot. In the same breath, you selling poison and fentanyl and all that shit to the same people that live in your damn neighborhood. Miss me with that bullshit, because you guys are responsible for the shit that's going on right now. Mr. Organics, you are responsible for the heat that you're getting, but you're also responsible for the crap that you're giving to other people. The goddamn reaction videos they're making about you. All these different things. You are deserving of that because you brought that on yourself. Nobody else did.
Do you think it's his lack of authenticity that really, and just being transparent, just being honest with what he's doing, that really drives the point that makes him make this incredible shit up? Because JT Pocket Watcher was the one who actually looked up his property, and the reason why he did it was because he really went at the young lady really recklessly on Fresh and Fit. So he looked up the property and said, because it's like, dude, you're talking to an accountant and a certified financial advisor. I mean, I mean, I'm not going to go
Yeah,
debate law with a lawyer. You know.
Yeah, no, he talks about CPAs and whatnot. It's like, dude, you're talking shit about like you're not even the CPA actually audited your ass and called you a scammer. Like that pocket watcher. He's a certified listen, bro. Like you got called a scammer by someone who is certified. Like I don't get OSM. And to answer your question, I think it's the more they do. Right, the weirder the stories, the more outrageous it is. It's social media, so that's the problem with social media. It's so easy to be to present yourself as a larger than life character. Exactly, and he even mentioned that in that video that we're playing back. He's like, "Oh, so what if you fake it till you make it?" Right? Everybody fakes it till you make it. That's fine, but then when you listen, I'm gonna let y'all know in the chat too as well. No one really has a problem with him faking to make it. I like literally everyone on Instagram does it at this point, right? The big problem is when you're lambasting a woman on Fresh and Fit and trying to lord over the fact that you own an estate in Malibu and then try to make her feel shitty about herself, and then somebody who are actual accountants and people who don't generally like you do the research into them properties, right? Something that should be very easy to figure out, and then come to find out you lied. Well, that's just more ammo that you gave them to fucking come beat your head over with. That's what it is. No one else did that. Racism had no thing. That was your mouth and your Instagram post. Oh, God,
But that's the game, though. That's the game. You gotta fake it until you make it.
Let me ask you
the
this.
story. That's what sells. The lifestyle.
Poppy Grove, I gotta ask you this because I literally came to the realization when I was editing the intro for today's video, right? And I was thinking about this. I was like, damn, bro, like this dude is really talking about being a coyote right now, right? Which is a human trafficker, which is a federal crime. Meanwhile, he's on a podcast networking with a guy who's a former Homeland Security agent, which handles stuff as immigration and all this. I couldn't stop laughing, bro. Even now, I'm trying to hold myself from laughing. But hey, doesn't that shit sound? Hey, chat, doesn't that shit sound funny? I'm gonna let y'all vote in the chat right now, so I'll make sure I'm not the only one. We got Myron Gaines, who's a former federal agent of Homeland Security. That's federal shit, right? All right, and then we got another dude who basically exposed himself of being a human trafficker, which is a federal crime, and they're both doing podcasts together. Make that shit make sense. Am I the only one that thinks that's weird? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that's weird. Put a 2 in the tag. Nah, Duke, you tripping. I want to know. Y'all on the panel, please vote too, because when I was reading, I was like, wait, this kid, please tell me this shit's not true. Please tell me that Myron Gaines and this motherfucker, a freaking Homeland Security and a goddamn human trafficker, are not working on the same podcast together, scamming young niggas. 1 in the chat if you think that it's weird as hell that we got these two people from 2 different worlds networking, or 2 if you think I'm tripping. I'll wait. Look at them ones, people. Look at that ones. Listen, we need 3 of them and we be dope, right? But like, I'm telling y'all, bro, it just doesn't make any sense. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm actually speechless because I was just doing a little research, and first thing is that I don't know as an ex-federal officer, if you're retired, as long as you didn't get ran out, you still have some responsibilities, reports, and things. But you know, the statute of limitations for human trafficking is 7 years, and it's 10 years from the time that somebody is identified. So let's just say it. So it's actually 17 years, basically. They have 7 years to catch you, you know, and you just self-identified as a human trafficker, saying that you did that. I mean, I'm sure he's going to go back and say, oh, it was, 10 years ago, this and that. But they still, from the time that you self-identify, they have 10 years. So that's 17 years altogether. So look, I come from a reality-based point where, like, people don't admit crimes that they don't want to get caught for, not just new stuff they're doing there. So either he's self-snitching or he's just full of it. And I think that Myron probably would have sensed that he was full of it when he was telling the story, or just simply didn't know the story. But
He knows.
Yeah, all scammers.
They hang out with each other.
They're like, hey, listen. I'm not gonna call myself out of my bullshit if you don't call me out of my bullshit. I won't call. Y'all remember that Spider-Man meme with like two Spider-Mans? Is like, no, you're the imposter. No, you're the imposter. That's essentially what it is. It's like, who's gonna call each other out? We both fake.
So I mean, I just find it incredible that somebody who believes in justice. I mean, he has his Reddit page where he's going over all this stuff. Would actually tolerate that, because look, I wouldn't tolerate nobody around me who said they were a human trafficker or anything like that. I just wouldn't have nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money you have or how much money you don't have. I don't care what you do. I don't care how nice your car is. Certain people I just don't want to be around in life because bad things happen to you, like people shoot at you when you're with the wrong people.
Facts.
I mean,
and Grover, you just proved that that's that's not your audience demographic at all. Like that's not the content you would watch. And realistically, that's not content even guys like you who are also rational thinking. Guys, which will be a lot of you guys in this chat, because that's the kind of platform we've built so far, right? We're all rational thinking. We all are level headed and balanced, and we look at stuff like that, and like people look at it as like, yo, this guy's a joke or he's a mad capper. Like there's nothing about this that's real, and you're trying to market. That's all this is. You're marketing a lifestyle that would seem dope to guys who are in the hood or guys who've never really been accustomed to that type of dangerous lifestyle that you speak of, being a cartel member, all this stuff like that, and they want to live vicariously through you because they're seeing, oh, look at this guy who claims to go from rags to riches. In that main video that we played, the first video, he was claiming all left and right that he was made it out of nothing, and then your nothing was human trafficking. If that was the case, which it isn't true, because there's evidence out there that the only crime you had, or the main one that you had, was what do you call it, check fraud. We were a wrong check to a bank to go buy yourself a Cadillac. It is what it is, but that's what it was. So I didn't say anything violent. The same thing with Donnie Boy, right? Donnie Boy tried to talks about he's a violent criminal. You look at his background, turned out his credit card fraud, the wire fraud, all these different things, right? These white collar crimes, but yet y'all pretending to be gangsters. I don't get it. I don't know what epidemic I walked into, what kind of rabbit hole we fell in, but we gonna keep digging, folks. But go ahead, Poppy.
Yeah, this is crazy, man, because it's like that story. First of all, only an idiot would believe that shit. And to point out a little bit more, man, in order for him to be a coyote, that means he would have to know people in Mexico, right?
He claims that, though. He claims he knows people in Mexico.
No. He needs to know people that need to come to the country. That means he would have to live there. You see what I'm saying?
The way he said it is that his best friend disappeared for a while. His best friend met up with them at a club, and then his best friend introduced him to that lifestyle, and then they were making $7,000 a day.
Bro, he had
$1,000.
I don't even believe that. Like, listen, bro, you sound like cap. You sound like you're lying, dog.
He was better off doing what Rick Ross rap said, just like. You know what I'm saying? Say more grits.
Nigga, I would much rather believe. Hey, Mr. Organik, I would much rather believe that you were a Shiba Inu millionaire than all this cartel nonsense, because this is one of those things that with time it's just gonna make you look bad. It just does, bro. That doesn't make sense.
Hold on. Gentlemen, hold on. Perhaps the person who entered the basketball player who introduced Fresh to the three girls was the person who introduced him to the people. Come on, man, it's all connected. We're all together.
I'm telling you, man, the way you look at this, it might as well be a weird ass conspiracy. I'm thinking that too.
Happened? He watched Narcos. That's what happened.
No, hey. A lot of these fools be watching movies, man. That's where they be getting their lives from, man. I'm telling you, everyone wants to live vicariously through them. And that's the reason why we do shows like this, man. To let y'all understand that a lot of these guys, man, listen, no one's saying that we're not trying to stop the money. I just generally don't give a shit, bro. Like, we don't even make money on any of these videos. Well, not any of them, but like most of them that we do, right? Especially exposing y'all asses. But we don't care. A lot of it is just making a lot of people aware that this is the kind of deceptive marketing that's going on. Not only in the dating Google world, the fake Google world, all these different worlds, you guys are all scammers. And I want to make sure that a lot of people are at least aware to that, at least growing. Listen, I wasn't kidding when I said 2022 was the year of self-awareness. Like, this is the year of self-awareness. That means y'all brothers out there who are following this message, y'all cut that shit off and actually follow real brothers. You got 3 black men on the panel right now who are trying to pretend to be anything that they're not. These are the people with real jobs, real actual real morals, not only just morals, but integrity, man, that are on here letting you know what's up. And listen, bro, not saying that we're all perfect. I tell y'all I'm an ain't shit dude all the time. I know what the fuck I've done before, and I know what the fuck I know what I'm capable of. The fact of the matter is, I'm not bragging about my dangerous past over here to y'all to make me seem cool or anything like that, because I know what trash really means. If you behave in a trash way when you're younger, you got to do your best to keep that where it was and not bring that to the surface to make it seem cool. I've shown that I've learned and grown from my mistakes. Poppy has shown he's learned and he can grow from mistakes. Grover, I'm pretty sure he's shown and grown like he can, shown that he can grow and learn from mistakes. That's the proper adjustment of manhood. You're growing, and that's what people would like to see. But when you're 40 years old with a Fruit Loop beard, talking about being a freaking cartel member, I'm sorry, bro, it doesn't scream maturity. None of that shit screams maturity. So with that being said, guys, you know what time it is. Get my lights up.